The Macau Tower is the only tower on the globe that allows people to climb to the very peak of its mast. I think with tower climb, because it can take as long as it does to climb up to the very top, you're spending a lot of time feeling the height, seeing the height as you go. As you ascend, obviously, it's step by step, you're getting higher and higher. I believe that vertigo is experienced more on tower climb than anything else I've actually experienced before in the past, and for me, definitely more than bungee jumping. It's quite hard physical work climbing 100 metres of ladders. So along with all those feelings of being exposed, and obviously the fear kicking in, making sure that you're attached and stuff like that, you're actually getting fatigued at the same time. So once you get to the peak, I suppose it's a similar feeling as for those that climb anything. There's that feeling of arrival, and there's a satisfaction that goes with actually getting there and arriving at the peak. A lot of people don't really know what to expect. They definitely don't know how exposed they're going to feel at various parts of the climb. It starts off pretty industrial, inside a lot of space, literally just climbing a ladder. And you do that for a while, but as you start getting further and further up the tower, and as you start to ascend further up, there's a feeling of it getting more narrow. The spaces get more narrow. And I think therefore you start to get a sense for the height that you're starting to climb into. It's not until you get from the inside cavity to the outside cavities and you're looking over the handrails at the view and realising just how small you're starting to become that, I think the fear, especially the most challenging part of the climb sort of kicks in. The last two sections, you just start to feel smaller and smaller. And for me personally, I get a feeling of being exposed and being very small. It's quite a buzz being up there. When you get to the very top of the inside section before you have to step outside, it's very narrow. But as soon as you open the door to the outside, it's like walking out onto the top of a mountain, essentially. You just get this sensory overload, which is all about view and height. There's normally a cool breeze up there, which is also normally pretty nice because you've been working pretty hard to get to that point. The outside part of the climb offers by far the most spectacular views in Macau. You can literally see the whole of Macau, all of its borders. Often you can see Hong Kong, you can see the Pearl River Delta, mainland China, and it's just a fantastic view. You feel like you're literally looking right down on top of the whole of Macau. When I'm on any part of the last two outside ladders on the final ascent, as I look around and as I get higher, I get this feeling of being really exposed, and I think it's a form of vertigo. I feel like I'm literally needing to hold on to the ladders tighter because it feels like the height's wanting to pull you off. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my experience with vertigo. At the very peak of the tower, the handrail is literally, only a metre in circumference, essentially. And as much as you're enjoying the view, you're very mindful of the fact that you need to be holding on and make sure you're attached. I mean, you feel tiny and very exposed. 100 metres of climbing ladders and feeling so tiny and so exposed to getting up the top, really touches my nerves.